Hello, everybody. Welcome to Motivational Monday. I'm Thomas, and today we are going to be playing some Team Sonic Racing. The reason being is because today's topic is going to be, are we looking through the windshield, or are we looking through the rearview mirror? When it comes to life, whatever it is, whether it's work, whether it's just what you want to do in your life, are you looking ahead or are you worrying about all the stuff in the past? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And if you can tell, there is a different track playing at this intro. If you've played this game before, you know that there's a band song. I know that was kind of weird to say, but it's a song that has like vocals and stuff, so I had a feeling that it was going to be copyrighted. So what I did, I just put one of my created tracks on it, so that way I didn't have to worry about it, and we could just continue on moving forward, looking through that windshield, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I got this idea was actually, it was Employee Appreciation Week last week, and in one of the meetings, the topic came up, are you looking at the windshield or are you always looking out at the rearview mirror? And now what I mean by this, are you looking into the future or are you always worried about your past? Are you worried about everything that's come to this point and thinking about it negatively, or are you thinking positively towards the future? And yes, I know, there is a positivity through both of these, but if you do one more than the other, it could cause a negative effect. If you're only looking at the future and not trying to correct what's been done in the past, you could obviously fail that way. But also, there's 100% reasoning that you could also fail is if you're always looking back and never worrying about the future. If you're always, wondering what it would have been like if you did something differently, why don't you push into actually changing that and actually pushing into something? So what I did here was actually take out some of the storyline because I realized that it was taking up a lot of the time for the Motivational Monday. I was going to actually let the characters talk and do what they need to do. But like I said, it was taking up a lot of time. It took up like 4 minutes right there. So I just want to be able to continue talking about everything about this topic. And like I said, what actually got me into wanting to do this topic was actually workers' appreciation. You could think about it as constructing yourself for your job as well. If you have a job and you're always worried about all these things that, have been pondering you in the past, or all these things that went wrong in the past, and you're like, things will never get better, sometimes all it takes is a positive attitude to change that and actually become something better. And I'm not going to just be focusing on employment, because this could be for everyday life. It could be from, a nostalgia thing when you're thinking about all these things that you've done in the past or that's happened to you in the past that actually hurt you in ways because, this person treated me like this in the past, this person treated me like this in the past, this person did this to me in the past. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that person is still that way. People do change and can change, and environments can change and do change. So make sure that if you're looking in the rear view, you're also looking into the windshield, thinking about what you could do for your future, what you want to be in your life, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. Just set small goals, create these goals, and actually fulfill these goals, so that way when you do little ones, you could become an expert at doing these little goals, and then make yourself get to those larger goals. Whether it's something simple as, let's take my YouTube for instance. I want to be able to post at least a video every day. So that's my small goal. My small goal is to post a video every day, and I still have not been able to hit that, or at least 5 times a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But most weeks I can't get that done because I'm not taking the effort or taking the time to do that. But also, what I also want to do in my life is create music. I love creating music, but in the past, I've always have been so hard on myself, so pressured, and I haven't actually continued to go forward. I haven't strived for greatness because I'm always worried about what people have talked to me about in the past, or things people said in the past, or how people just don't seem to care or want to care. But you got to think too, not everybody is looking through that windshield. Not everybody is looking through your windshield. Not everybody is going in the same direction you are, and not everybody is focused on the same goals that you're trying to create. And I'm not saying that you have to 100% all the time be selfish, because it is also good to be selfless, but you also got to realize that there are times where there are going to be people that try to drag you back. They're trying to drag you down, and you can't worry about those things. You have to continue going forward and striving for greatness, because if you don't, nobody is going to have your back. You have to set a positive image for yourself and create a good environment around you. And without that, I don't think there's really any way that you can push yourself forward. You have to have that positive mindset, and a lot of times looking through that rear view can create a negative mindset. And I know looking through the past can actually help you through the future. Oh, I did this wrong, so let me fix it. Let me strive for greatness. Let me continue on. But other times it could actually drag you on. It could drag you back. So, personally, leave in the comments below, do you think that you're somebody that's always looking into the past, looking through that rearview mirror, or are you looking through the windshield? Are you trying to strive for greatness? Are you trying to become something better by looking through the future? Now, I know that's a lot easier said than done. Sometimes I get into the mindset where I'm always looking back. I'm thinking about middle school and how people, talked about my weight in middle school, and how people that I thought were my friends treated me very poorly. And so as time went on, I started treating my friends poorly, and as time has gone on since then, I'm years out of high school now, I just think to myself, why did I treat people this way? Did it make me feel better? Did I think that it would be cool if I made fun of the unpopular kid? No, that's not something that you do, and that's something that I look back on, and at times it can help me because I do want to strive to become better. But also, if you think about it too much, you'll be relying so much on those past negative thoughts that you'll never be able to catch up and, show yourself a bright future. So one of the things that, like I said, I would like to do is set small goals. Like I said, I want to make one video a day for 5 days a week. And then, as I do that, I want a bigger goal, like having a certain amount of subscribers or have a certain amount of views per video. And that is all up to luck. Sometimes I could get hundreds of views, sometimes I only get 5 views. And so the thing is, what I would like to do as a goal is actually create an environment where people want to stick around, and I could get hundreds of views no problem because people actually love what I'm capable of doing. And also, I don't want to think too much into the past, because if I keep continuing to look back, I'll never be able to strive forward. Because if I don't continue to strive, if I don't try to progress forward, I'll never be able to. So instead of taking 3 steps forward, I'll take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And I don't want that, and I don't think really anybody wants to do that. I think it is a positive mindset to have to, for the most part, try to look into the future, look through the windshield, look at a brighter day, because yes, you can look into the past and help yourself fix anything that's going on that's been happening in the past, but you can't dwell on the past. You can't let that drag you down, because there are also some things in the past that are very positive. But also, if you keep your mind on how much positivity is in the past, you'll never be able to strive to positivity in the future either, if you continue thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. Because I myself am an overthinker. If you look at episode 2 of Motivational Monday, you'll know that I don't love to overthink, but my body loves to overthink. I always overthink. I'm overthinking about everything, every small detail, every bit of information. I just run it through my head, run it through my head, run it through my head. And I personally believe that that's not something positive. That's very negative. So are you somebody that always looks through the rear view, looking at the past, or are you somebody that looks into the future and strives for greatness? Now, it might take you some time to think about that, but what do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody that looks through the windshield, or do you want to continue being somebody that looks always in the rear view? Like I said, I feel like I am somebody that's always looking through the rear view. I want to look through the windshield, but it's like I'm scared to. I'm always dwelling on the past, and that's creating such negative aura around me. And I just want to create such a positive environment and such a happy environment that everybody just loves being around me. And obviously, that's a huge goal, and that's a huge thing that honestly could probably never happen, because people's opinions of people really differ throughout life. You know, there's people that will love you and there's people that are going to hate you, but don't dwell on the people that hate you. Continue that positivity, continue looking through that windshield and becoming the best you could possibly be. And like I said, it's a lot easier said than done, but I think that we could do it. I think you can do it. Just try to strive for small goals. Just when you catch yourself overthinking, figure out what you're overthinking about and try to look past it and go towards the future. What can you change? What can you bring to the table that could bring your future, happiness, brightness? Because I think that it's obviously very important for you to be able to do the things that you need to do to create that positive energy and positive environment. So like I said, what the main point that I want to get across is that sometimes it is okay to look through that rear view, but for the most part, you need to be looking through the future. You need to be looking through that windshield, because if you're always looking in the past, you can't ever correct the future. And if you're always looking in the future, you can't ever fix something that you've done negatively or anything that's happened in the past. So thank you so much for making it to this Motivational Monday. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that the topic made sense with the video, and I hope that it brought some light to your day, and I hope that maybe you can strive for greatness and look through that windshield a little bit more. Goodbye.